Welcome back to Noob Nights.
I'm back.
And we gotta get this. We gotta beat this game in under
Three
games.
I'm playing Super Metroid, and I'm going left, killing some crabs, and on my way to fight Ridley.
Yes.
Been quite a journey so far. We've been through a lot, you and I. Made a lot of friends along the way.
Indeed, we
Our
have.
journey's almost come to an end. We'll have to say goodbye.
It has, fortunately, or unfortunately, however you want to look at it. Yeah, we're gonna go this way now. Okay.
And we're now in hell.
No, this isn't hell. This is just. You'll know when we get to hell.
Cool.
You'll know. You'll understand.
All right. So where's Ridley gonna be?
Where is Ridley gonna be? No, well, I'm trying to think if I should
Maybe
get
like all the way down. Like all the way down.
Maybe. Yeah, let's just go this way. This will be better if we go this way. Yeah.
I'm gonna title this episode "Sean Makes Up His Mind."
I love it. Why? Just because I made one decision?
Yes.
Yeah. I realized that we're not going to get the 100% run in this one. So
No,
I'm just...
Dog, you don't get anything for doing the 100%. I looked it up.
I know. And well, I'd like to get all the
Power bomb.
Yeah, the problem is I have to select it.
Oh well, you're already at the bottom.
Yeah, I know. Go this way. Got that as well.
That doesn't. Hold on. That doesn't give you back power bombs. How often do you get power bombs?
You can get them from enemies. But the only place that recharges super missiles or power bombs is your ship.
That's right.
There's missile refills, which give you regular
Power
missiles.
Power bomb. Sean, power bomb. Power bomb.
So you have to select it. I have to select 3 times. And then,
That's obnoxious. Ah, this is nice on the eyes.
It is. It's very bright.
Burning out my retinas. An elevator.
Yes. An elevator.
Oh, woo!
Okay. So... now we're entering hell.
Oh, this is the good music.
Yes.
So, does Ridley live down here? Like, there's architecture. Or is it supposed to just be, like, Chozo?
That's a good question.
What was the question?
Good question.
What was the question?
Does Ridley live down here?
Or
is it just architecture?
From?
Okay, I missed
Those
that
guys.
part.
Those guys. The Chozo.
I don't know. I mean, Ridley is part of the Space Pirates, so I figure that, like, Ridley... I don't know if Ridley necessarily lives down here.
Right. Well, they describe Ridley as a space pirate.
Yes.
Even though he looks nothing like... I mean, I guess being a pirate would not necessarily require you to be a person. Just... what the fuck? What was that? Hold up. What was that?
A large phallic-looking device?
Yeah, the giant phallus that you froze. The frozen phallus. The palace of the frozen phallus. That's what I'm going to name this episode.
I hope you decide.
I hope I don't get, like, flagged for that.
Okay. Probably not.
Oh, this is the golden. So apparently, there's a little button code that you can tap before you enter this room, and it will unlock pretty much everything on your character. It'll max out your missiles, your energy tanks. It'll give you all the upgrades,
Okay.
but you can only do it before you enter.
Oh, looks like I missed
So
out on that one.
I think you might have blown it. Blown it. Bleh. So Samus was apparently raised by the Chozo, so I don't know what that guy's deal was.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
either.
he's just supposed to be like a guardian, one of those guardians that don't GAF who the F you are.
I think that those guys are just mindless. So I think that's what it is.
Yeah, because the idea is that the Chozo are extinct, right?
That's a good question.
Maybe. There you go. Hey, look at that.
Starting to get that timing back a little bit. Yeah, the timing in this game is a lot harder than some of the other Metroid games I've realized. I think I figured out how to do like some of like the shine sparks in the other games very easily. Like diagonal up shine sparks, all that kind of fun stuff, or bomb jumping. This game, it's just so much harder.
It is pretty much everything. Every maneuver that you could do in this game is harder to pull off than the next game. I mean, was the screw attack in the Super Nintendo Metroid?
This is the Super Nintendo Metroid.
My bad, the Nintendo one, Metroid 1.
I don't know. I don't think I've actually beaten Metroid 1. And not for lack of trying. I think it's just because it's like one of those games that like you die and it just sends you back to the start of the game, and you just get frustrated with that. It's like
It's also one of those games where I believe the save mechanic is a password screen.
Yeah, so it gets like really annoying, and it's like, I mean, maybe try it with save states now because
like, I feel like Metroid Zero Mission is a pretty faithful recreation, but / upgrade, because that's what it is. It's basically a remake.
So one thing I learned in, although I haven't done a 100% run, is that what I learned in Zero Mission is that like basically like you play like the first part of the game, and then you beat Mother Brain, and then like you fly away, and you're basically out of your power suit and whatnot, so like you're kind of vulnerable.
Right, that's at the end of the game.
Right,
so
but
they basically added an extra section.
Right, but what I actually didn't realize was that you can actually like go back to the earlier sections of the game once you've reached that area.
Really?
Yeah, like because I always thought, oh, you flew away and you're locked out. No, that area is actually connected to like everywhere else.
So you're not flying to a different planet.
No.
You're just flying to a different spot on the planet.
Right. And actually, when you look at the explosion, because like there's the like, oh, it looks like the planet exploded. Well, in Super Metroid, and as you'll see at the end of this game, the planet does explode. Like planet Zebes.
Hey man, spoilers.
Gone. Okay. This is a 20-plus-year-old game, so I'm not overly worried about spoilers.
All right.
Almost a 30-year-old game pressing.
You might be hearing from some lawyers.
But no, Zebes is in Super.
Isn't it Zebes?
Zebes in Super in Metroid 1 / Zero Mission, Zebes. Somebody can correct us. I don't really care. But no, in that game, only like the station where where Mother Brain was, that explodes. Like, so it isn't the whole plant that explodes, it's just that one part. And you can actually go back to where Mother Brain is, and it's actually like charred up and everything. Like the thing that's really weird about Zero Mission is like you don't get the power bombs until like the very end of the game. Like it's almost like, okay, like why did I get these so late? I mean, you get them.
They did that with what was the one on, was it the Wii? What was the one that everyone hated to death?
Was it Corruption? Metroid
Other
Prime.
M.
Oh, Other M.
I
like that
it was
game.
a love it or hate it. I think there were a lot of aspects of that game that I liked. But I do get why a lot of people take issue with it. I guess for one of the biggest controversial things was the Samus voice actor, obviously. But you know,
but you actually liked it because
hold on.
Yeah.
On the topic of this, real quick, like the idea was that what's his face? I'll flash his name up there. Kabam!
Adam Malkovich.
No, the person who did the casting wanted Samus's voice to be something that was quote unquote natural. And so what he did was he got someone who didn't really have a lot of experience in the industry, as I understood.
Yeah.
And it kind of led to some voice acting that felt really off. And they might have been able to make it work with different, like more thought out dialogue or something, but just the way that they did it did not work out very well. And so,
although I remember like,
cringe. And
no,
then the other one was like Adam Malkovich being like, "Hey, well, you have all these powers, and I'm just gonna say like you're not allowed to use them until I say them." And it really gets stupid when you're on the fire planet that burns you to death, but you gotta wait for Mr. Adam Malkovich to tell you can pop on the AC in your suit before you can stop dying. You know, it's just kind of taken to some extremes that don't make any sense.
Sure, yeah. I think that there's probably a better way to like explain why you can't use your power suit than your commanding officer
I get it,
didn't
though,
allow you to use it.
Right. In a lot of the other games, you'll notice that they kind of fall back on the trope of, oh, you got attacked by Ridley and you hit the ground in just the right way that all of your power-ups fly out or they get busted, right? But apparently nothing else that you do in the game would cause that kind of malfunction. And so I think they were trying to avoid that, but I don't know if it was the best way. There was a lot of it that I did really enjoy, gameplay-wise. My big criticism with the gameplay... Oh, this is Ridley. I'll continue this back.
Okay.
Alright, you're gonna mess him up. Don't let him poke you.
So actually, this isn't too bad as long as I let like most of my supers hit him.
Super bomb.
You can't overdo it because if they miss, like it does not do good damage. So you have to wait for him to be in screen. Because I've tried to just shoot him off screen, and they typically don't hit if he's off. If they're not, if I don't actually see him on screen.
Yeah. Oh, you
like,
don't have a whole lot of. Okay. All right. Okay. Not so bad.
No.
Now don't remember. Don't forget you have a buttload of missiles. Regular missiles.
Oh, I know.
Do you think you can kill them in 10 super missiles?
Hopefully.
5, 4, 5, 4, 3 super missiles, 2 super missiles, 1 super missile? Well, he couldn't do it. Oh, he's almost there. Use the crystal flash!
Yeah, he's done. That wasn't bad.
Perfect. I don't think you can use the crystal flash unless you get some super missiles though. Hey,
Yeah,
look
that's
at
right. And remember, I have.
Oh, you need 10.
Yeah, you need 10, but also keep in mind that I have reserve tank as well. So.
Oh, that's true. I think those have to be empty too, don't they?
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
But
So,
I'm just saying I wasn't as low on health as it looked because I had, like, if we look at our reserve tank, I had 300. So.
All right.
I would have had 3 more energy tanks full.
What's our time at?
Only 15 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, we blasted through this area. It was actually really good.
Do you think you could get to the next boss by the next 15 minutes, so like we can end the episode right before it?
Which would be what, Mother Brain?
Oh, holy crap! Already?
Yeah, that would be the next. That would be the next boss.
What episode are we on?
This is episode 6.
Ooh, buddy.
But
you gotta do it within this. You gotta beat it within this episode.
No, I don't.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'm positive.
All right. So I gotta finish this thought about Metroid Other M. The gameplay, the one only issue I really have with the gameplay, especially aside from the puzzles, which are just really confusing and not great. But other than that, my only real issue is that the dodge mechanic. There's a dodge mechanic in that game where you waggle the Wii remote and you'll dodge any attack that's coming your way, and you won't be hurt for the entirety of your dodge. And
oh yeah,
what I'm trying to get at is, if you, in any situation, if you just sit there and wag the Wii remote non-stop, you're actually invincible.
You can't take any damage.
No, I don't think I've been in any situation where, like, because I played that game on, there's a hard mode where you take like way more damage, and I don't think you get even extra energy tanks or something. But it was a breeze. It was a breeze. It was easier than my first run because I learned that you just wag the remote to become invincible. Wag for God mode.
Well, I guess the secret is you just have to, like, convince yourself that that's not how you're going to play the game.
Well, I mean, with options there, though, because the issue is with the hard mode, it is designed for you to use the dodge. Because you can't...
I'm not saying don't use the dodge. I'm just saying don't constantly wag the Wii remote. Like, try to use the dodge.
I feel like... I don't like when it's like I'm playing the game on the challenge mode, but it's not going to be a challenge unless I self-impose an additional challenge.
Mm-hmm.
That just screams bad game design. There should have been like a cooldown, or if you don't wag it at the exact right time, you'll be vulnerable. It's just not how it was, and I don't know how that kind of thing became an oversight. There it was.
So I actually checked my time after the first 4 episodes, and the actual in-game time was actually an hour and a half. So we actually have 2 more episodes after this.
All right.
But I think we can do it in 1 more episode. I do want to get a couple more. I do want to get a couple more energy tanks for Mother Brain, just to be safe.
All right.
Why that wasn't responding, but it is what it is.
I'll just chill here in my tent.
I think we can do it in 1 more. Easy peasy.
As Pez, as they say.
And then I have to show you how to do New Game Plus.
Okay.
You have to equip the Varia Beam.
My hair is floating.
You didn't hear me.
The Varia Beam. Oh, hey, hold on. Isn't that the one that crashes the game?
Well, it depends on how you use it, but it can crash the game pretty bad.
Wait, hold on. Can that one corrupt your save file?
I guess it depends on what you mean by corrupt.
What do you think I mean by corrupt?
Like, the save file doesn't work anymore?
Yes.
not well. The way that I'm going to use it, it's not. I mean, it's a tried and true method that
But you can ruin your save with it, right?
Probably if you use it in the wrong place and you don't use it how you're supposed to use it. But you'll see.
Power, that's a man's great responsibility.
It is a great responsibility to use it. I'll tell you that much for sure. There we go.
Hey, here's a new beam. Careful how you hold it. Might destroy the universe.
It might. We're going over here.
Oh my god. That is a persistent floating face.
That's a persistent floating face. Okay, yeah, we're going to go here. It's a good place to go.
Is that Mother Brain?
No, not yet. We're getting there. I promise we'll get there.
All right. Okay,
And we'll get there in time too. As much as maybe you think that like I'm gonna run out of time, we're not gonna run out of time.
He's running out of time. Nice.
I mean, I think I have 45 super missiles, which is one less than the total 50 that we need. We get this other reserve tank, and I mean, here's for your 100% run. Like, who thinks to go and get that?
Oh my god. You know what, man? Some of these are really obscure.
They are.
So I bet back in the day, this was the game where it was like, you and your friends have this game, but someone's like, oh my god, dude, did you know that there's like these power-ups over here? And you're like, what? Oh, like I played this game like 5 times and never knew that. I bet there's people. The spring ball is missable.
It is missable. I mean, you saw that it was kind of in that like obscure area.
Yeah, I remember.
I mean, really anything in the game is missable. I mean, like the X-ray thing.
The first time I actually played through this game, I did actually. Oh no, maybe it was the second time, but I remember whatever it had been. I had completely lost my familiarity with the game and the map, and I managed to find the spring ball on my own. But still, you look back and you're like, how did I find that? How did I, like, it's so easy to go to that room and be like, oh, it's just quicksand, just turn back around, and you never find it.
Sure. No, I agree. Okay. We gotta start hauling. Actually, we don't, but I'm going to, because my goal is one more episode, and then that'll be good. There's like a whole bunch of stuff I can get in Brinstar.
Okay.
That we have there's like 3 different energy tanks like back to back to back. Like it's I might as well get them all there. So we're gonna go there really quick, make a little detour.
Wait, did you get the screw attack or?
Yes, that's the green.
Okay, that's what I thought. When did you get that?
After the Chozo statue and
Oh right.
Yeah.
I say, oh right. I don't actually. You haven't gone up that elevator shaft.
I know. I don't need to.
Can I see your map? Huh. Wow, okay. There's quite a few places you're skipping. Interesting. I mean, they all just more or less lead to power-ups.
Yeah. All right, I got a couple easy ones here.
It was you, right, telling me about that guy who plays this game every week. Like, it's just his Friday thing to do.
That's the one thing that I like about Metroid is this literally, if like you give yourself, a few hours, you can just play it through in a night.
Yeah,
if you really want to.
You can do this on a Friday. It's like, it's my usual routine. I grab a beer, sit down, and beat Super Metroid.
I feel like this would be such a fun game to speedrun though. Like it's just like one of those.
It.
Well, I mean, like I shouldn't say it's a fun. I mean, obviously it's a fun game to speedrun, but it's a fun game to like work on improving your time. Like, you know, just play it over and over again to kind of try to just get the best times you can, like your own personal.
I suppose for the speedrunner's sake, that's a good thing.
So,
could you imagine speedrunning a game that was just arduous?
yeah, like I don't know, Pokemon would be a terrible game to speedrun, and people have done it too.
Aren't there people who speedrun Bennett Body's Getting Over It?
Yeah. Well, that's not terrible. I mean, obviously the game's terrible.
I don't know, man. Could you imagine? You said you haven't beat it yet either.
No.
Could you imagine? You play that game, you beat it, you get to the end, and your first thought is, I want to do that again.
Well, I feel like that's one of those games that like once you learn it and you know exactly how to like do everything, it's not terrible. Pokemon would be terrible to speedrun because it would be so much RNG. Like you would have to you'd just be playing.
If you're doing Pokemon speedrun for the game completion or for the 100%. 100% would be awful.
Even game completion would be awful. I saw someone do the Pokemon Blue one, it's honestly like 95% luck. Like you hope that like certain attacks miss and certain attacks.
Yeah.
Like I'm sorry, I don't like that would be a completely terrible game to speedrun. Like it would be so frustrating. Like it wouldn't even be fun. Like this game would be fun to speedrun, even if like you never like got a world record or got close to a world record. At least it's like, you know, you feel like you can make progress. Whereas you are completely subject
to mastery.
Yeah, whereas with Pokemon, it's completely subject to RNG.
Yeah,
like you might as
to be fair, in Pokemon, at least anymore. Wow, I didn't know. Wow. Sorry. When it comes to Pokemon, like 95% of the battles are, hey, I've got a Zubat, or I've got a Weedle and a Pidgey. And you're sitting there with your Charizard or your Blastoise, just blowing all of their Pokemon away in one turn. And it just kind of gets mind-numbing.
It does. Like, that's why, honestly, like, I know how you're always like, I gotta, you know, farm for EVs and IVs and stuff like that, which I guess
those are effort values and I think individual values.
Yeah.
Not EVs as in the.
And I think like, the technical stat is like base stat. Like Pokemon calls it base stat, not EVs.
Definite value, DVs, I think.
Whatever, it's fine. But the point is,
there's a lot of technicality that you can go into when it comes to Pokemon. Surprisingly, because that's not a game that, on its face, you're like, oh man, people really would spend hours trying to get the perfect Pokemon stats. Because it's all random. There's so much random stuff, and I don't agree with it. And I think a lot of people don't. That's why you have like Pokemon Showdown, where it's like, hey, we're not the actual game, but we have all the Pokemon, and you know, we have a system where you can battle people, and you don't have to, you know, you just put in what Pokemon you want, what the IVs, spreads, or natures you want, and then just go at it. Like, we don't care. Whereas, for whatever reason, Pokemon has been so reluctant to let you adjust any of that. Only recently, let's see, is it the IVs are random, but they're set per Pokemon, unlike EVs, which start at 0, but you can kind of train up.
Right.
And the problem is, because IVs are completely random, if you are competitive in any sense, your only real true option is to just sit there and roll your Pokemon over for, you know, your legendaries over and over for perfect stats. And you got to go and calculate them, and it's just, I couldn't do it. I got into Pokemon competitively, and then I was like, I can't anymore. I can only use Smogon or whatever, like any of the Pokemon Showdown stuff was. I was like, I can't. I can't sit here in front of a legendary trying to catch it at just the right nature and IVs that aren't awful. It was just miserable. It was really miserable. Once I couldn't enjoy just going through the game anymore and getting what I got, Pokemon just became a miserable experience.
No, and I would agree with you. I think that that's. I mean, but I think that's like where I've just come to the realization, like, if you're gonna play Pokemon, like if you're gonna actually get like a new Pokemon game, like, I don't know, Pokemon, I don't know, what, Sword or Shield, right? I feel like
Sword and Shield, yeah.
I feel like if you're just looking for the Pokemon game experience, out of the box experience, you're almost just better off just playing the game, not worrying about EVs. Because honestly, just kind of like what you said, if I'm playing in game and I never have any intention to play competitively, okay, wouldn't it make sense for me to just play not get the best Pokemon, because it kind of gets because if you have the best Pokemon, you could just,
yeah, that's one of Pokemon's biggest flaws too, is where especially in the original, basically the game doesn't scale with you. So if you get your Charizard to level 60, not only does the game become too easy, level 60 when everyone else is level 40, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not only does the game become too easy, but all of your other Pokemon are so far behind, and it almost rewards just kind of going through with your Charizard. And the only real way to enjoy that is to regularly switch out your strongest Pokemon.
Right.
Otherwise, it just gets repetitive. It sucks.
Yeah. So I think Pokemon's problem, if you want my honest opinion, is I think it tries to do too much. On one hand, it tries to be this competitive game in which you want to get the best Pokemon, get the best stats, which I don't even think that's originally what it was trying to do. I think it was just trying to, just kind of be this
the original
collector
purpose
game.
was, they wanted to really push. Actually, I feel like they really pushed against the competitive side, because they had this philosophy of, why would you want to catch more than one of the same Pokemon? Well, because they're all different, and we do that by giving them random stats. So you might have a Vulpix that's pretty good, but you might get one that's a bit stronger or a bit faster than your other ones, right?
Right.
But then it's random and it's out of control, and once one's set, you have to just keep rolling for different ones. There's not really been any way to be like, hey, you've beaten the game, so now here's some items to make them good.
So here's a question for you. We're at 32 minutes, but I feel like we're having good dialogue, so keep recording or cut it off.
Let's do one more episode.
Okay. See you on the next episode.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.